in the first place?
I mean, that's a very, very good question. and so there's a lot of reasons why to do it, right? So let's think about another thing. Let's say that we registered at GmbH. Like super simple, get it registered within 2 weeks, costs like a few $100s, right? No pain. And now the problem that you face is now you're a startup, right? You're perceived to have an incentive, a motive, right? You want to make profits. Because you're a for-profit entity, right? So now think about you going into a meeting with a larger corporate and saying, hey, like, I'm IOTL GmbH, please utilize my protocol. And now you're in a completely different position because now you're a for-profit entity and you're trying to push a protocol through that. And that's the first reason, right? Because at the end of the day, we want to build a standard. And I don't think that we can really build a standard if we had been a for-profit entity. But much more important than that is also like kind of like this philosophical component is that the base layer of this entire machine economy has to be open source, it has to be free to use, and it has to be non-profit. Because it's just too important, right? The potential of this is just too big, which means that we need to have a neutral and independent entity that actually takes care of the protocol and ensures that there's a proper governance framework around the protocol to actually make sure that there's no single company with vested interest pushing an agenda. And as some of you can probably guess, building standards is not about technology, it's all about politics. And there's always going to be big companies pushing an agenda, and you need to be able to fight these agendas and make sure that the core principles and the philosophy is still kept true. Which is why this concept of a non-profit foundation is so key to this. Because now this non-profit foundation, even though me and David are the founders, it's not about the founders, it's not about the people employed by it, right? It's really about this higher purpose. It's gemeinnützig, right? It's really for the people.